Seraphim 17 once again. This is my Evil Within Akumu difficulty video walkthrough. It has no upgrades and no keys used. It's kind of crazy but entirely doable, and if you're looking for an obscene challenge and to get some money out of this game before you trade it in or you move on to something else, this is probably one of the most arduous paths through the campaign you can take. We're coming up on the end of the game here. We're a couple of chapters away from it, and I'm hoping that the guide is helping. I'm hoping that you're finding it entertaining if you're not using it to get you through. And I'm incredibly grateful for everybody who's stopping by to leave likes and commenting about how they think it's, you know, the best guide I've ever made and how they're enjoying the work and they're just having fun with the game themselves and they're enjoying me having fun with it. It's a really positive moment for me. Because as it stands, I am one of the first results on the search engine on YouTube, and that is incredibly rare for a channel of my size. Because believe it or not, the search engine works pretty much on likes, and if, like me, get it, you don't get that many likes, and that's not to say that I don't get likes, because a lot of people do it and I don't even ask for them. And you're probably curious why I never ask for them. The main reason is, I'm the type of person that believes in, if somebody wants to do something, they will do it without being asked. One of the things that bugs me the most is being stopped in the street and asked if I want insurance. Because once I've finished punching the lady and then shouting at her feverishly for doing something when I'm actively trying to get somewhere, which has never happened because I don't punch ladies, but when I get stopped and she starts talking to me about insurance when I'm walking to wherever I'm going in town, and I have my headphones in and she still starts to talk to me, and I look like a generically metalhead, second coming of Jesus, and she still comes up to me like I look like I've been in a fucking injury. It's like, come on, lady. I'd look this way through choice. It's a mixture of both bohemian lifestyle and laziness, and an appreciation for eclectic music, and the fact I can't really grow that great facial hair. It's no real other judgment, it's just I'm just the generic metal band t-shirt dude who wears 3/4 out of season and just happens to be one of those people with longer hair than most. Yet they still come up to you like, I need insurance. It's like, I'm not part of this culture of suing everybody, because it turns out when you sue people in these insurance schemes, the only people you're suing is your family, because it comes out of the taxpayers' money. So good luck suing the NHS when you're funding the NHS so that it can be the NHS. And these people stop you like, have you ever had an injury in the last few years? It's like, yeah, right now I am grievously being injured by your fucking ignorance because you're stopping me from getting to a very important appointment. And then they'll just generally be like, oh, what? And if you ever have a great comeback for these people, they look at you as if you've literally just taken out your balls and introduced them to their grandma, and they just don't get it. Like, one girl said to me, whoa, talk slower. Like, talk slower, you're fucking supposed to be selling this to me. You know, I don't want this. You're based on commission, and if you were really so altruistically interested in my benefits, you wouldn't be getting paid for this. You would be around my house writing up my insurance forms right now, but you're not, so you don't really care, do you? Because you're being paid. So don't come off as if this is some philanthropic duty that you're doing, because it's not. You're just like everybody else. You want a little slice of the pie, and I don't want to give it you. But you shouldn't have to be asked to do something. You should want to do something. That's how life works. And if I become a bigger channel, which might never happen, maybe I will ask for likes, because they'll be a lot more important then when my views are at a satisfactory rate. And right now, you know, we're constantly in the progress of hopefully getting more views, getting more, you know, occupation with the channel and interaction. So likes aren't really a high precedent. But what they do, if you didn't know, is they help you be found in the search engine. And I don't ask for them at this point, because if I ask for them, I maybe get 100, maybe 200, best case scenario. And there are people who make videos just like me who get hundreds of thousands of likes in the first day. So there is no way in hell I can compete with those people. So right now, it's not even in my interest to do so. And the people who like are the people who enjoy to do it and legitimately want to show their support. And that's fantastic. Likes and dislikes work the same way. They are essentially somebody putting their hand up on a crowded bus to get attention. And the more hands you have, the more attention you get. So I am massively grateful for everybody taking the time just to make this walkthrough more popular than it could have been. And in the grand scheme of things, it's doing really well right now, so I'm super happy about that. And This is one of the worst parts of the game. So not only are there these crazy skateboards that are bouncing around, you can kill them though, and I didn't know that. So I tried to do this getting past them, and I got to the acid trap, and then I got killed by that fucking omniscient one. But the path I have through this room, I'm going to kill a couple of these skateboards, and then we're going to progress through. My path is the same every time. The RNG will dictate whether or not you die, and whether or not you'll get through smoothly. This is literally a sequence where you'll either have no problems, or you'll have a million problems because the game just decides to cheese you. You might wonder what I'm doing here. I'm looking for the skateboard, and you might think, Chris, why do you keep calling them skateboards? They're clearly circular. It's because it's just stupid, isn't it? And they're fucking stupid, so I think it sums them up brilliantly. And that's not that I have anything against skateboards, because, you know, I used to be a skater, believe it or not. A pretty bad one, but I could kickflip, you know, I'm legit. No, I'm looking for the one that has the bomb on it, because what it does is, it's kind of like the general of the douchey, spiky things. When you get close to it, it has a proximity sensor where it turns red, and instead of pretending not to go for you but knowing exactly where you are and finding you anyway, it finds you anyway, and that was the thing that killed me when I came through here previously, so you need to be aware of it. However, it comes back, because they are on a looped spawn, it seems, so no matter how many you kill, when you get to that part of the room, there seem to be more populating. But my path is, trip that wire, duck, go to the right just now. On the right, the spikes that come out, don't get hit by them. There they are, they'll recede back in, walk into this next part. For some reason... Oh, there he is, you see him? The King Space Invader, get him. Look at the bullshit there, man, it's a fucking shotgun. So now he's dead, I run over here, and I hit this. Right now, it's random, but do you see him spawning again? There's another one just there, spawning from nowhere. They just come out from underneath the kitchen upholstery like mice. And look at it! Yeah, that's dead random, that, innit? It could have gone anywhere in the kitchen, but it comes directly to where I am. Do not go down there though, guys. There's an ammo room to the other side of this. And now there's a boss, so hopefully you didn't use too much ammo in that other room. It is possible to get through it without shooting a single bullet. I did it on Survivor. However, I was here for about an hour because I just kept getting killed by bullshit, and I only got to that acid trap once, and I got killed, and it was literally the first 5 minutes of trying. When it killed me, when I was there, it made me so mad at this part and that it existed and that they ruined that fantastic piece of environment that I started shooting things, and I finally got it after some frustration. And then this sequence, which I actually thought was going to be tougher, turned out to be very simple because I have a good strategy for this room. Or I used to, but it's going to use a lot of ammo because the keepers take a beating and you have to... It seems like you have to kill 3 of them. I tried my best to kite one for about 5 minutes to see if it opened on a timer. It doesn't seem to open on a timer. So at the beginning, I throw some grenades. 2 grenades will kill this guy, I think, and then I'm going to build some bolts. When he dies, it's going to activate the skateboard thing. If you stand in the doorway I'm stood in, he doesn't seem to bother you too much, but once again the skateboard thing is kind of random, so you can't control that variable unless you kill it. And I shoot this thing twice with a shotgun and it doesn't die, so I kind of entertain it, and I don't recommend that, but what else can you do? There goes the second keeper, and now the third one's going to start spawning, and here the bloody little toss bag bounces around a bit. But my point here is there really any need for that bouncy thing? This is one of the coolest rooms in the game, fighting the coolest enemy in the game, and it's legitimately scary, intense, and awesome, and it's been ruined by throwing in a completely unnecessary, stupid space hopper with teeth. But this is a very resource-heavy encounter, but it gets the job done. I'm not too sure as well if I'm going to try and come up with some different strategies. I'm probably going to go through Akumu mode again with some upgrades and test some damage. But as soon as it goes green, you want to run to... See that? See that? Tell me that motherfucker is not intelligent and aiming for me right then. Like, it can't be done. I hate that so much. Oh, like, oh. The English language does not facilitate words that fully describe just how vehemently I hate those aberrant creations that do nothing but, you know, they're a spiky suppository for a nation of sadists. That's what they are. You know, Shinji Mikami is an evil human being, and he gets a perverse pleasure out of putting those in sequences they should not have existed in. Like, I could understand as well, you know, I'm using this as a framework for points, aren't I, quite a lot? But it's a good tool, I guess. I could understand it if the Keeper dropped them, because he drops traps. That's kind of what he does, and it makes a lot of sense. But it just turns up like it's his bizarre mascot, you know. This is the end of the level, by the way. There is no more fighting left. You've done all your encounters for the chapter, and we're moving into 14. 14 is pretty simple. The Quell boss fight's an interesting one, and it's going to definitely take some resources because the dude doesn't die. Chapter 15 has 2 fights in it, very short. The first one is easy. The second one is not so easy because the first one steals all your ammo. And once again, the game does not have a resource room in between, and I think it's kind of unforgivable, but it can still be done, guys, and I'm going to show you how, and hopefully you're going to have your own strategies anyway, and you're going to kick its ass, and the Evil Within's just not going to know what hit it. But thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.